What is up, everybody? We are back for another prediction video for WWE. This time for the first pay-per-view of this year's cycle since WrestleMania 40, Backlash, France edition. So, for anyone who's not aware, Backlash this year, just like last year, will be taking place in a non-US country. Very exciting. However, this time being in Europe, it will be affecting the start time. So, start time for Backlash is on Saturday, May 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. If you are in a different time zone other than those two, can't help you. Google is your best friend. But it is at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, so please keep that in mind. Also, just so everybody knows, the editing on this video is going to be a little bit different than normal just because our normal editor is a little bit behind um, due to personal matters, and I do not want to rush them in any way, shape, or form. I am somebody that is very understanding of personal matters, so I want them to take their time. That is also the reason I will be mentioning right now. I do have a video coming out in the near future um, predicting WrestleMania 41's card a year in advance. I did record that the day after Becky Lynch won the Women's World Championship, but it is going to go out on a little bit of a longer delay because I want the editing on that one to be best quality. My editor is much better at editing videos than I am, but I'm going to do what I can to make do on this video just to take a little bit of the workload off of them while they are dealing with everything that they need to deal with. And once they are back to having a full-time availability, hopefully that other video will come out. With all that being said, like I said, this will be a lesser edited video, but we'll still get through it together. So come on a ride. Let's talk about WrestleMania's first post pay-per-view, Backlash. Starting off, we've got the first of 5 matches, which, for the record, 4 of the 5 matches are championship matches, and the other one is still a pretty big deal match. We don't really have any filler on this card, which is really nice, at least yet. It's also only a 5-match card, which I kind of like those shorter cards, personally. But let's start with the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Current champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, are going to be defending those tag titles against the team of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything in regards to my predictions for the WrestleMania next year video, but what I will say is this. To play into my prediction, and because I just think that this is got to be the way they're going to go, I'm taking Bianca and Jade. It feels fairly surefire. The only way I see Bianca and Jade not walking out with the tag titles is if A, they pull the trigger on a Jade heel turn way too fast and she turns on Bianca, or B, the rest of Damage Control get involved and cost them the tag titles either by just getting disqualified and therefore Bianca and Jade win, or causing a plethora of distractions. I don't know. But I think it's just the smart choice here to take Bianca and Jade, put the tag titles on them, let them have a long, dominant run before you eventually have that heel turn from Jade Cargill, and that's where the tag title reigns comes to an end, and we get new tag team champions. So I'm going to go ahead and say let's take Bianca and Jade here for a powerhouse, probably very dominant tag team title run. Up next, we'll go ahead and do the other women's match on the card. We have a triple threat match for the Women's WWE Championship. Current champion Bayley defending against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. Now, here's the thing. I think Tiffany Stratton is a bona fide future champion. I don't think now's the time. I think that Bayley has earned, like unequivocally earned, the right for a decent title reign. I'm not saying she needs to have a year-long. We gotta try and get away from all these year-long title reigns, but she deserves to have at least a couple successful defenses, maybe a 3-4 month title reign, maybe even 5. Maybe drop it at SummerSlam, at the latest Survivor Series if they're not going to do brand warfare anymore, something along those lines. But I I think that Tiffany Stratton, it is a matter of when, not if, but the when is just not now. And I do think Naomi's taking the pin here, no matter what. So I'm gonna take Bayley to retain her women's WWE championship in a probably really good match. These are three very talented women's wrestlers. Um, Moving on from that, we'll talk about the non-title match on the card, where Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, which I don't know how they're going to do the team name being something along the lines of RKO, but clearly that's where we're leading. And I do love that Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are still working together. It brings me joy. I love seeing them together. They're taking on this new iteration of the Bloodline in Solo Sikoa and his MFT, which the fuck does that mean? Tama Tonga. The Bloodline has to win here. I think that it would be a horrible disservice to whatever the plan is for the Bloodline storyline for them to take a loss here. I also think there's a very good chance this is where we see the debut of Jacob Fatu. I hope this is where we see the debut of Jacob Fatu. And then that could extend this little rivalry another month to the next pay-per-view, where Randy and Kevin Owens have to find a third partner, but, they don't have a lot of friends on the roster, blah, 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 blah. Could be interesting. But I think that the Bloodline needs this win more than anything, and that's why I'm going to take them. After that, we'll go ahead and talk about the World Heavyweight Championship match, where current champion El Campeón, Damian Priest, is going to defend his title against main event Jey Uso. Now, I think Priest should win. I think Priest deserves a couple months as champion. He has done some of the best work of his career over the past few months. He has been great on the mic. He's been great in the ring. He's been very entertaining. I think, honestly, I don't think he should drop the title until he drops it to Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre should probably win it back from him. But maybe they want to avoid the heel on heel, and they want to have him give it to someone else before they take it off, before Drew takes it off of them. I'm not sure. I will say this. I'm taking Priest here, mainly because, spoiler, I'm taking the face in the other major championship match. But this is the one match that I could really see an upset happening. And I wouldn't be mad about Jey Uso winning. I just don't see it right now. I like Jey. I really like Jey. I just don't see him as World Heavyweight Champion as much as I see him as Intercontinental Champion. Personally. I would rather see Chad Gable eventually take the Intercontinental title off of Sami Zayn, and then Jey Uso eventually take it off of Chad Gable, which will then potentially lead to my fantasy booking for next year's WrestleMania. It all circles back, everybody. It's all one big plan. I'm a long-term booker. But I'm going to go with Priest here. I think he's just the right choice. I don't have a guarantee on that, obviously. But I just think he deserves a little bit more than a 1-month reign. But we'll see. And then in what I would assume will be the main event, I would assume the main event will, in fact, be for the Undisputed WWE Championship, which I'm glad we're no longer saying Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. But I think we also need to drop the Undisputed. There is a World Heavyweight Championship. We need to drop the Undisputed moniker. Hopefully that comes over time, but I digress. Cody will be defending his newly won WWE Championship against the phenomenal AJ Styles. I'm excited to see this. I'm curious to see how much referencing the Bullet Club they might do in this. Here's what's crazy. I would love to see AJ win. I think it would be a great moment for Cody's story to lose his first world title defense and then just go on a tyrant, like just a massacre of the roster trying to win it back. I don't think that will happen by any means. Cody, this one feels the most clear cut. Cody has too many major title feuds ahead of him between him and The Rock. Maybe another one with him and Roman. There's just too much for Cody to do. So Cody has to win. That one feels like the most clear cut out of all of them. But let me know what you guys think. Those are my predictions for Backlash France edition. I hope you guys enjoy the pay-per-view or the PLE Premium Live event. Like I said, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It should be on all the images that I use for the editing. And let me know what you guys think I got right. Let me know what you guys think I got wrong. Enjoy Backlash. Make sure to come to one of my streams next week and let me know how you guys felt about Backlash. We can talk it over. And with all that being said, as always, I am Pip. Y'all the greatest. And when in doubt, we'll see you next time. See ya!